What's going on? It's Justeeni here. I have qualified for the Imperius Polysseum. I finished in the top 16, and to celebrate, I'm going to show you some games that I haven't shown you yet, ones that I didn't record, but now I'm going to show you them. These are some highlights from the Imperius Polysseum, and just without further ado, let's get right into this one. So, I just start with the normal opening. I do have host advantage, which is pretty nice. This is a dry lands, of course, but I don't find my first village, and I meet the opponent right away. Not the best sign, but I do find the village, but look at how far away it is. This is not ideal, but I kind of make do, except they take my village. I see that they bounce the rider over there, but this is really bad because I'm being delayed quite a lot here. I'm just hoping that they don't steal it, but sure enough, I'm lucky, and I'm hoping I can hang on, but this doesn't look good so far. Captured my first village on turn 5. I went for the forestry pre-cap just because, first off, I wanted to get an explorer here, and second off, I really wanted to get math to get giants and possibly markets, because this spawn is kind of not good. My density is terrible. And also worth noting, the way that drylands works is you can't have villages 2 tiles from the edge, so all of these are not villages. So these 3 villages that I see here might be what I have to work with, maybe even less than that. But I do see this 4th village. They have a rider, but it's not supported. They move it away. But if I can get my hands on that, it's still rough, but I would at least have 4 villages. And then they mess up, they move the rider on the mountain. They grab the lighthouse, but they allow me to just smack the rider, and I'm getting that village, and I'm going over here, and I absolutely need to get an explorer here as well, just to see what's going on. They're stepping on a village as well, and I don't know what they have to work with, but I'm pretty scared. I'll say that much. I've just gotta hope that what I have is enough. I'm just gonna hang on, and I can see that they have roads already, which is very scary. So I need to be very well prepared on defense, and they've got that vet sword. So at this point, I'm really not sure what to do. I see the border growth, and that worries me even more because look at all these resources they have. They can get a giant no problem. When am I getting my giant? Like 2 turns from now if I do nothing else. Except I get a pop runes, except that actually doesn't help me get the giant. I still don't have enough unless I get a border growth. So what I do is I actually chop, because I want to get math anyway, because I'm actually planning on getting it for this city, which you'll see why I need math in a bit. Or I guess I could explain it right now, actually. Basically, if I use Park of Fortune, that's going to be 3 pop. I'll use a different color for this, actually. So 3 pop. Then if I harvest the fruits, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8, 9. And because the city already has 2 population, that is just enough for a giant. So I know that I won math, because I've got that play in mind to save that city, which will definitely be needed. They've got the vet sword. They even take my village, but I managed to steal this ruins, and they're going in here. I get a vet sword, which is huge. I can't stop them from getting this village though, but I do get the lighthouse, which is going to let me get this capital upgraded pop growth. I can math for the giant. That's exactly what I do. And I just need to be able to make that play here with the Park of Fortune. And I decide, just in case they block my sawmill spot, I'm going to hold the Park of Fortune. And yeah, they're able to develop, and this is looking pretty good for the opponent, because how many cities do they have to work with? They could have a lot. And they block the sawmill spot, so I can't push, which means I'm losing that city. But I'm at least sieging this with a veteran warrior, and I get a border growth, stealing a bunch of land so I can get a couple giants going, and somehow they don't have their giant yet. They had that border growth all that time ago, and they didn't make anything of it, shockingly. But at this point, you can see they actually resign. They send a desperation peace treaty, and that's it. And the reason why is because I actually only had 4 cities. they had a bad capital placement too. So we both had kind of bad spawns, but it was a close game because you can actually see it's just a even 4-4. If they had gotten their giant earlier though, that might have changed things completely, especially since they had the early roads. So this was like a very close game. It had me absolutely worried, especially because I didn't realize till afterwards that they only had 4 cities and that their eco actually wasn't doing too well. Because from my point of view, it looks really scary. But that was one game. I'll cut to the next game I have in store. Alright, so this one is one of the Archie tournaments. And this one, I'm going against Vorse, who you might recognize as one of the best Polysseum players ever. So I've really got my word cut out for me. And he's hosting to make things even worse. And look at my spawn. It's decent, but it's nothing special. So what am I to do here? Let's see. So just go with a standard opening, make a second warrior, make a third warrior. And the reason why is because in case this warrior doesn't find a village here, I went here because I was expecting a village, but if it doesn't find one, I want a third warrior to go over here. And sure enough, no village. Now the thing is, I didn't actually need this third warrior because this warrior could just go along there. So the third warrior wasn't necessarily needed, but it's there, I guess. It goes in the port. And I'm just spamming warriors to just explore as much as possible, upgrade, and I'm able to take the center city, which is going to be absolutely huge. It's going to allow me to get a lot of control over the map. I can really just then, with this like city in the center, it'll be a lot easier for me to control this and really just everywhere here or even here, depending on where the opponents spawn. Because maybe like if they spawn like over here, then I'm getting this side of the map. Like no matter where they are, I'm getting somewhere else on the map. If they like spawn here, then I'm getting both sides of the map. So the center city is going to be absolutely pivotal to winning the game. Which is why I'm absolutely devastated when they just shoot me off with 2 scouts. How did they get 2 scouts already? I actually don't know, but they got 2 scouts. So I get sailing pre-cap, you know, because I want to kick them off if they try and get on there. I don't want ramming because that's not going to be as good for kicking them off. So now they're sending in the ships. They don't put something on the village yet, thank goodness. But I see them. I get 7 stars for meeting them, which is really nice. And I'm just trying to poke away. And they're trying to settle on that village because it's going to be tough for me if they do. But I'm just going to keep them off, and I'm going to keep them off here as well. You're actually going to see my injured scouts are able to kill that. I'm having to make the most out of all my units here, because if I give them an inch to work with, they're taking this city, they're going to be able to take over this side of the map, and this might be really tough for me. So I have to play with absolute precision here. They actually don't take out this scout, but they leave it at 2 HP because you can see it's just going to die. However, it can still be used to finish off other scouts. And that is pivotal here. These 2 HP scouts, as worthless as they seem, they are the MVP. And I'm even able to threaten to get this city. I'm threatening this city. I've got some scouts for zone of control and just to be there and be annoying. I capture the city, but I don't bother upgrading it because I just need to keep the unit spam up. They're able to keep me off the center village, of course, but are they able to keep me off here? And they can't. And I get a foothold, and I'm keeping them off the center, and just like that, despite the shaky start, I'm actually in a really good spot. I get a explorer to get the lighthouse, and I'm pretty close to a giant, though it's a little unclear. I need to get 1 more lighthouse, plus this port connection, plus another port to get the giant. So I go here with the intention of revealing this lighthouse in the corner to get that out of the way. And I find another village, and I'm oh so close. And again, I'm just spamming more units. I'm not caring about leveling this up. I'm not caring about leveling this up. I need to just defend. And now they settle on this middle village. They take out my scout here. And now I can't reveal this lighthouse. The scout can't move far enough. Can only go 1, 2, 3. It is just one tile away from being able to reveal that lighthouse. So I'm disrupted pretty badly, and they've taken out a lot of my units. I cannot stop them from getting the city, but I'm going to send the scout back again. Try it one more time. Get a kill with that warrior. And I'm just trying to hang on. I get another explorer to see what's up. I don't uncover the lighthouse still, so I need the scout to live. But I do uncover something pretty important. This is their 4th city. They took their cities in the beginning, and they've been fighting for just this city for the entire game, while I was able to collect 2 more in the back, which makes me feel way better about my chances of winning this. Because if I can hold on and consolidate, maybe I have something going. But it's not going to be easy, because they're going to take that out again. I still can't get my giant. And I'm hoping that they don't get this city, because then it's a 5-on-5. And it's going to, once again, be an uphill battle. But I do get the connection. I start to develop my economy a little bit to get going. Because I am on the defense, I might as well get my eco going. They got the center city. And I'm not out of it. I've still got some rafts in the water that I can make into scouts, but then he gets the gate of power. Now, I'm still 4 kills away from mine. And he's going to get a giant, make that 2, and now I've got a problem on my hands. But I'm going to be able to take this out. I still don't have my first giant yet, but I still don't have gate of power. Or no, I have killer, but I'm saving it for later. And this scout is guaranteed to finally uncover this lighthouse. Doesn't matter what he does with this scout, because it can go 1, 2, 3. The scout can go 1, 2, 3. Scout can't go around here unless he kills this. But he's not bothering with that. And I'm going to be able to take the lighthouse and finally get the giant going. And then also level this up. Mostly because I want to get this lighthouse now, maybe even consider a possible Eye of God. But that's where I use my 2 monuments to get my second giant as well. So now we're even on super units. I'm up 1 city, and I'm hoping it's enough. I'm a little slow to the party, so I'm just hoping I'm not too slow. Especially considering he's moving this juggernaut. He's possibly wanting to take these ruins and the city. And if that happens, then again, it's an even game against one of the best players ever. Not liking my odds there. And yeah, he's going here, and he might just be able to take it, and he's pressuring a lot. I send my juggernauts in the water, hope for the best. Send a scout up right here, because if he kills this, my juggernaut can hit, this juggernaut can splash, and both my warriors can hit, so this is kind of a trap here. Of course, he's not going to fall for it, he's better than that, but it is an annoying spot for the scout. Yeah, he just moves his juggernaut away, and he gives me the city. He's really trying for this naval dominance, but he lets me get city number 6, giving me the Grand Bazaar. Not only that, but now I have a shot of the Eye of God. If I can reveal this lighthouse with the explorer from this city, then I just need to reveal this, and then that's Eye of God. And that's another monument. I'll have 4 monuments to his 2. Plus the city advantage, that's just going to be too much. So this explorer, it's shaped beautifully, and it is going to, despite taking the worst movements, still just barely get that Eye of God. And I use the Grand Bazaar here, because then it's just 2 ports to get the giant. And it's going to help me defend the city specifically if I need to. Maybe I can even do a sneaky poof. But now he's on the defense, but he's got the rammers. So while he is on the defense, he's going to transition to an offensive pretty quick, especially since he's taking out my juggernaut. Now he's up in super units with the rammers, and he's got a ton of units. If I go into rammers, I'm not going to have the units to back it up. I can only get 2 rammers at the turn I get him. And he's already got 3 on the board, plus some scouts. So I just decide I'm going to go for the monument, get another giant, so then I've caught back up there. I can't go for the giant in the east because I just need to make more units. And I need to survive. And you can see here, I'm bringing these rammers to 6 HP so they can no longer one-shot my scouts. Now the issue is, they can still be 2-shot, just send an extra scout in to help. But it's going to force him to divert his attention in ways that he doesn't want. And I'm also sending this Juggernaut here just to buy some time. Because I know it's going to die, but I just need to stall for a little bit to really have my advantage turn into something here. I start threatening this ruins. I get this Juggernaut here. I'm not bothering with rammers yet because, again, it's just really expensive. I'm just getting a bunch of scouts first, really trying to defend things that way. And he's sending his Juggernauts up. He's trying to do stuff. I'm keeping everything in a really defensive position. And I'm surviving pretty well, despite me not having any rammers myself. I am up a super unit now, but now I get the ramming, and now this is where things get really good for me. Because now at this point, I've definitely won. There's nothing he can do. Everything's nicely defended. He tries for a bomber, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have the firepower. I'm going to be able to take out this rammer with the scout plus Juggernaut for juicy splash too. But man, oh man, this might have been one of the most intense naval battles I've ever had. It was just nail biting from start to finish. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.